It's not 4 a.m., but it's 4:30 a.m. and I'm going to enter the destination. Looking for the superchargers, and there we go. Athens, Birmingham. All stalls available, and we're ready to go. The computer is going to calculate the route, and it says stay below 75 miles per hour to reach destination. We cannot go faster than that because of the cold weather. That's interesting. I have never seen that before. Okay, here we go. Good luck. Here we are in the first supercharger. I plugged in the charger, the cable into the car. There is no need for you to use a credit card or anything like that. Just plug it in and you are good to go. This is really real plug and play. Now let's go back inside the car for a second. And right now it says estimated charge time is 15 minutes. What that means is calculating for the next supercharger. The next supercharger is in Birmingham, as you can see in the map. And the idea is that once we get to a 15% here, right now it's at minus 13, but once we get to 15% here, then the car is going to say we are ready to continue on the next leg of the trip. We don't usually do that. We prefer to have some caution and charge until it says 20% at the destination, especially during this time, which is cold. The battery consumption, the energy consumption is higher than normal, than let's say when during summer or springtime or fall time. So we are going to wait. It's going to be maybe, instead of 15 minutes, it's going to be maybe 17, 18 minutes, 20 minutes. We don't know yet. We are going to wait until it says right there, when it says 20% to destination. Now, the other thing is, if I press here the battery, you can see that we are charging at 137.36 kilowatts, which is really, really awesome. That's basically more than 500 miles in 1 hour, which is amazing. So we'll continue in the next few minutes. What do you do while you are supercharging? Simple. You get breakfast and coffee. That way we get more energy to continue the trip. Okay, we are at 24% arriving at Birmingham, which is great. So I'll go now to unplug the car. Just press the button, unplug. That closes by itself, and we are good to go for the next leg of the trip. So we decided to have a little pit stop here at this rest area. We are 44 miles from Birmingham, going on 65 South. Restrooms are clean, pretty good place. We have never been to this rest area. This is the first time we have a stop here, and it's pretty nice. We made it to Birmingham with 18% in the battery. That's low. Let's go charge. Same deal. Press the button. And we are good to go. At least we start charging. So it's going to take 30 minutes here. So time to watch some YouTube or Netflix. And now we just made it to Meridian. Let's see how this works. Press the button. And it's not working. 1 second. Oh, there it is. I was being impatient. And we are charging now. With only 48 miles, and now we are supercharging. This is going to take a while, 40 minutes, because the next stop is going to be Slidell in Louisiana. So now it says 35 minutes. So what we are going to do right now is have lunch. We have our Diet Coke and a delicious sandwich, and we are going to then walk a little bit, maybe look around, and while we wait, or maybe watch a movie. We don't know yet. We'll see. The next segment of the trip is going to be like 2.5 hours driving. We are waiting until battery reaches 20%. It will be just a few more minutes, and then we'll continue our trip. The next stop is going to be, as you see, is going to be Lafayette in Louisiana. Hopefully I'm pronouncing it correctly. At this moment we are halfway to Slidell, Louisiana. It's an hour and a half to go. We'll be arriving at 3 p.m. for another supercharge. It's a beautiful day. Sunny, a few clouds, blue skies. Love it. We are now at the Louisiana Welcome Center for another pit stop. This is a beautiful welcome center. We like it here. So we now continue the trip. Right now we only have 16% battery, but we have to stop at Slidell, at the supercharger in Slidell, before we can continue our trip, of course, otherwise we would get stranded. And as you can see, we will arrive there with 14%, and then we are going to charge for 25 minutes and then continue to Lafayette. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that name correctly. And then the final stop would be our destination. And welcome to Slidell. Here we are at the supercharger in Slidell, and it's 3:20 p.m. I believe that we are making a good time. Hopefully we will arrive at our destination around 10 p.m. tonight. And let's go check here inside the car. And it says, that's strange. Look at that, it's not charging. It says it's starting to charge. Why did it take that long? That is so weird. Honestly, I have never seen it taking this long to start charging. Maybe the battery is a little bit cold, but there was no preconditioning. So that's interesting. And now it's actually charging really fast, more than 130 kilowatts. So we'll see. According to this, we have to wait 25 minutes before we can continue our trip to the next stop. Slidell. Here we are at the supercharger in Slidell, and it's 3:20 p.m. I believe that we are making a good time. Hopefully we will arrive at our destination around 10 p.m. tonight. And let's go check here inside the car, and it says, oh, that's strange. Look at that, it's not charging. It says it's starting to charge. Why did it take that long? That is so weird. Honestly, I have never seen it taking this long to start charging. Maybe the battery is a little bit cold, but there was no preconditioning. So that's interesting. And now it's actually charging really fast, more than 130 kilowatts. So we'll see. According to this, we have to wait 25 minutes before we can continue our trip to the next stop. Finally arrived at Lafayette or Lafayette. Yeah, so bad that English is not a phonetical language, but anyway, we arrived here, and this supercharger is faster than the others. This is a version 3. We were able to attain 230 kilowatts, but now it's just going down again to 180, which is still pretty good. And it's going to take a few minutes to fill up, top off the battery, and then we will continue our trip. It's raining. I cannot go outside and take a video, but at least I didn't get electrocuted by plugging in the car to the charger. And here we are at Lake Charles. We finally made it. This is the last charging stop, and then we are heading home. Since it's a nice place for shopping and other stuff, I like where the superchargers are located. It's very convenient. Let's go see how long it's going to take to charge. Here we are charging. We are at 29%. It's going to be time remaining. I cannot even talk. I'm tired now. For charging is 30 minutes, and to continue on the trip, yep, it's 30 minutes charging. So we'll go walk around this place, stretch the legs, and we will come back in a few minutes, in 30 minutes, to continue our trip. As you can see, we are charging very slow in comparison to the previous supercharger. The reason is that this is a version 2, and we are sharing the output from the next customer. Over there is a Model Y, and we both are connected at the same time. So instead of being able to pull 130 or something, we are pulling half of it, and that's the delay, and that's one of the issues with version 2. Now version 3 doesn't have the problem, and you get the full charge, the full all the amperes and volts and the whole 9 yards to your car, regardless of how many more are connected. So whenever you go to a supercharger, just look for A and B, and if somebody is already in A and you connect in B, you are sharing the output. So it's better to look for A and B that are not in use, and sometimes that's not possible, like in this case. What do you do when you are waiting for the supercharger? Well, one of the options is you go to the entertainment options, and you can watch, if you have the accounts, you can watch Netflix, Hulu, YouTube, and Twitch. In this case, we are going to watch a movie while we are waiting. We'll go to Netflix. And we finally made it around 11:15 p.m. to Houston. And the first thing I did was to connect it to the charger. But in this case, as you can see, it's a 110 volt. It's going to take more than 24 hours to charge the battery. But at this moment, I'm filming this early in the morning. Well, not early, it's almost 10 a.m. And the car has recovered from 16% arriving percentage to now 32, which is enough to go out to reach to a supercharger and finish to topping off the battery. Now I'll go back for more coffee.